Milan is one of the four cities known as a, quote, fashion capital, with the others being New York, Paris, and London. But Milan isn't just famous for fashion. It's also a destination for many tourists who have an immense love for art, music, and even football. First, let's go over some interesting facts about this city. Milan is a city in the province of Milan, located in the Lombardy region of northern Italy. It's the second largest city in the boot-shaped country, only behind Rome. When you travel to Milan, you'll discover many classical architectural wonders, numerous artworks, and delicious food. A very famous figure to us, Napoleon Bonaparte, once invaded and conquered most of Italy. He became King of Italy and held his coronation ceremony in 1805 at a Milanese theater. After that, the city endured several other occupations, including by Germany and Spain. Finally, Milan was liberated from Nazi German occupation in 1945, coinciding with the Yalta Conference. For art lovers, especially those who admire the talent of the brilliant artist Leonardo da Vinci, his globally renowned work, The Last Supper, was painted right here in Milan on the wall of the Santa Maria delle Grazie convent. This masterpiece is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and only allows a few dozen people to view it each day. It's interesting to note that Milan is often compared to Rome when talking about Italy. People often describe Milan as a young, vibrant, and modern city. Rome, on the other hand, is seen as a city of ancient beauty, filled with memories of a glorious past and steeped in history that's evident everywhere, even beneath the city's surface. Archaeologists exploring Rome have surprisingly found ancient Italian mansions and even the remains of entire ancient cities. Today, you can actually visit these sites. Milan is also famous for its proud football heritage. It's one of the places where Italian fans can proudly say that Milan showcased Italian football to all of Europe. With two of the most famous football clubs in the world, AC Milan and Internazionale Milano, or simply Inter Milan. AC Milan is called that and not AC Milano because it follows international phonetic transcription, keeping the original name to honor the club's founder, Herbert Kilpin, a native Englishman who contributed greatly in the club's early stages and was also a player there. A very special fact is that even now, these two clubs still share the same stadium, and fans of each team call it by a different name. Milanisti often call it San Siro, meaning Saint Ciro, full name Saint Cyrus, a bishop and patron saint of Milan in the 4th century. Interisti, however, call it Giuseppe Meazza, named after the legendary Italian footballer who played for both clubs. Milan is also the economic heart of Italy, home to the country's largest stock exchange, Borsa Italiana. Not only that, Milan is also a city renowned for its love of music, being the birthplace of many large and famous theaters worldwide. After covering some general information, our group would like to invite you to experience traveling here, a place where you'll be surprised by what's happening in this young, dynamic, and bustling city. First, let's talk about the ideal time to visit Milan. The city of Milan, Italy, is located in a Mediterranean temperate climate zone. The weather here is hot and humid in the summer and cold and foggy in the winter. Therefore, the best time to travel to Milan is from September to October. That's when the climate in Milan is quite cool and the weather is fresh, very suitable for exploring many attractions. If you come to Milan in September, you'll get to attend International Fashion Week. Additionally, December to January is also a popular time for many to visit Milan for tourism and shopping because it's the biggest sale season of the year. So if you make it to Milan, where should you go and what should you experience? Rest assured, if you set foot here, you won't have to worry about finding places to go because the city has so many structures that you'll see them almost everywhere. And these structures possess a unique charm and beauty waiting for us to discover. I love traveling and directly touching or seeing historical structures and artifacts because it brings a very special feeling about the traces of time that even the best camera can't fully convey. That's the most luxurious and valuable gift you get when you spend money to travel. So, let's explore a few unmissable destinations when you're here. Unmissable destinations in Milan, Duomo di Milano. The Duomo di Milano is the largest church in Italy and the second largest in Europe. Built over 6 centuries, you'll be overwhelmed by the grandeur of this 108-meter-tall cathedral. The overall architecture of the Duomo di Milano features a unique blend of Gothic and Romanesque styles. The next destination I want to introduce to you is Arco della Pace. This structure is considered a symbol of peace for Italy and other European countries. Arco della Pace is also known as the Arch of Peace, built over 31 years from 1807 to 1838. Italy's Arch of Peace in Milan has a neoclassical architectural style and is paved with Crevola d'Ossola stone. The overall structure of Arco della Pace is 25 meters high and 24 meters wide, making it a very popular spot for those who love photography and definitely shouldn't miss it. When you go into the city center, you might come across the Castello Sforzesco, a historic fortress located right in the heart of Milan, built in the 15th century by the Sforza family, one of Italy's most powerful Renaissance dynasties. Originally a military stronghold, the castle was later expanded and became the residence of the Dukes of Milan. Today, Castello Sforzesco is a complex of museums and art spaces, housing many valuable works, including some of Michelangelo's last pieces. This is an ideal destination to explore Italian history, architecture, and culture right in the heart of Milan. You might not believe that even a cemetery in Milan is a place to visit, recognized as the most beautiful cemetery in the world. It's called Cimitero Monumentale and covers about 250,000 square meters. Cimitero Monumentale is the resting place of Italy's leading artists, politicians, composers, architects, and businessmen. The tombs here are often intricately designed like works of art, with many stone statues depicting family stories, images of angels, or profound philosophical symbols of life and death. I'm just providing information here, not encouraging you to visit this place, but if you've already seen many other places, this could also be a worthwhile place to try. An icon and a living testament to Italy's music scene still exists in Milan. La Scala Theatre, one of the most famous and prestigious opera houses in the world, located in the heart of Milan, Italy. Inaugurated in 1778, La Scala wasn't Europe's first theater, but has been one of the most influential in the history of classical music. It's where many classic works premiered and a launching pad for the careers of leading opera singers like Maria Callas or Luciano Pavarotti. In addition to the main stage, La Scala also boasts a museum displaying historical artifacts and an academy for professional performing arts. With its ancient architecture and perfect acoustics, La Scala is always an unmissable destination for anyone who loves Italian art and culture. Next, let's visit Milan's financial symbol, Piazza degli Affari, the financial center. This is a small square in the financial district where the Milan Stock Exchange is located, and its highlight is the FU middle finger statue right in the center. The statue was created by Italian sculptor Maurizio Cattelan in 2010. Although it was initially a temporary art installation, the Milan authorities decided to keep it indefinitely. While Italy is a wonderful country in terms of history, architecture, art, and cuisine, it currently faces many economic and political issues. Therefore, this statue, located right in the financial center of Milan, can be interpreted in many ways. I'll share one of the meanings I know. With the image of a hand raising its middle finger, a powerful, insulting gesture. This image is not only shocking, but also expresses profound criticism of capitalism and the financial elite, who are seen as contributing to global economic crises. The name love is an acronym for libertà, odio, vendetta, eternità, meaning liberty, hatred, revenge, eternity, respectively, showing the contradictions in modern society where values are intertwined between the desire for freedom and resistance. An important part that helps visitors better understand Milan's rich historical beauty is the presence of its museums. And when it comes to museums, you can't miss Museo del Novecento. Besides their architectural value, museums also house vivid stories about Milan through countless artifacts and documents on display. Additionally, you can't overlook some other famous and long-standing churches here, such as St. Ambrose Church, St. Maurice Church, St. Lawrence Church, and many more that I can't list in a single video. The The last and essential experience here, especially for fashion enthusiasts, is visit and shop for fashion goods. In-person Milan is the birthplace of many world-renowned fashion brands, sought after by many, such as Dolce & Gabbana, Versace, Attico, Giorgio Armani, Missoni, Marta Ferri, and a long list of others. When you come here, you'll be able to visit the stores of your favorite fashion brands, experience the sophistication and authenticity of each fashion item that artisans have created. What could be more wonderful than seeing with your own eyes and choosing with your own hands the items you like, buying for yourself, and even as gifts for friends and relatives? When buying directly in Milan, you'll save a significant amount of money by not having to pay import-export taxes, and it's even cheaper if you shop during sale periods. A little extra information for you is that the scholarship policies and preferential treatment for international students here are quite generous, making it very worthwhile to consider when choosing a country for your studies. That also brings us to the end of today's program. It's a pity we can only accompany you this far. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you found it good, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support the channel. Goodbye and see you all again.